Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ANZ Open division, brought to you by GameStar and this bearded fella and all the rest of the guys working behind the scenes. Sorry about the delay there. Mr. You Wish, how did you enjoy game one?
It was good. I enjoyed it. How about you?
I also enjoyed it. I definitely want to see what else Milkshake are going to be bringing to the yard. Is it going to be boys? Is it going to be girls? Who knows? Is it going to be more interesting matches? Who knows? We'll find out. But we are going to kick off with game number 2 once we get some players in the lobby. Apologies for the delay there, guys. We normally be able to punch those out a little bit quicker, but a bit of a delay on the old first round there. What map are we going to? You wish?
Tomb of the Spider Queen. So, very macro heavy. Yeah, macro heavy map. Smaller map than Sky Temple, than what we've just seen. But yeah, should be interesting. Probably a lot of Johanna. We see a lot of Johanna typically. Her ability, her wave clear and stuff, ability to hold those ever so important crystals and gems is incredibly important and valuable.
Absolutely. And the one thing you don't want to be seeing there is a Johanna with 50 or 60 gems getting picked off and blown up. Otherwise, bye-bye gems and bye-bye a lot of push potential. So we're going to have to see some pretty significant wave clear coming out from these guys. Tomb of the Spider Queen, all about those waves, yo. And speaking of waves, you wish, are we going to see Ragnaros?
Wow, it's entirely possible. I won't say no. We'll see if the teams say no, though. Can't guarantee anything.
That's very true. But look, I think Rag adds a lot of value in Tomb. I just think his Molten Core passive's excellent. You go Q build, he just does all the smashing with the old Sulfurous and the smash. I dig it. And then Lava Wave provides a boatload of value as well. So we'll quietly hope for a little bit of Rag or maybe a bit of Gul'dan. Don't see too much Gul'dan in the open div though. Why do you think that might be, you wish?
You're asking me all of these questions that involve people's thoughts that I have no idea. I know.
No,
I could speak from when I was in Open Division last year. We ran a little bit of Gul'dan, but maybe he's a little bit of a barrier to entry. Maybe some of the newer players aren't as confident with him. He's not maybe as straightforward or simple as maybe a Jaina.
Yep.
So maybe that's a possibility.
There you go. There's a perfect answer to the awkward question. Apologies for that, mate. I see a lot of openings for a couple of these ANZ Open Div teams to be able to pop Gul'dan into their rotations or into their player pool, but we just haven't seen anyone making that transition yet. And I know he does gets a bit of play in the old HGC. So there you go. Food for thought, ladies and gents. A little bit of Gul'dan in you. So,
and Ragnaros. Don't forget the Rag. It made ANZ famous last year. Hacky on the Ragnaros. They were talking about it in HCC NA. So, never deny. You can't deny it.
There you go. Hacky making all sorts of things famous. So, ladies and gents, we are just going to be a couple more minutes away, apparently, from this second draft being completed. What are the two teams we've got coming up here, Wish? Looks like we've got Milkshake versus... We left school for this.
Yes.
So we left school for this, you wish, and ladies and gents at home who may not know, the awkwardly renamed Wolfpack. So we're going to have to figure out a way to abbreviate their name away from We Left School for this. Maybe just We Left School. Because I think we all leave school eventually, don't we? Or is life, you wish, just one big school?
Some earlier than others, but yes, it's true. We all do leave school.
Yes. So we're just waiting on one more player slot to be filled out here, mate, and then we are going to get underway. Are we going to see Garrosh banned instantly, straight away, again, do you think?
My heart breaks every time. But I see it's very likely. Mind, I mean, Garrosh is good anywhere, but more than likely. And probably, I think, I don't know. Do you think we'll see the Genji ban this time, or do you think he'll get let through again? Considering we saw him last time.
Well, it really depends on whether or not We Left School for this / Wolfpack / irritating name have been watching the Ratsa and his previous games and know that his capability on Genji, or whether or not there's going to be some tracer bans, because there's also that as a pretty lethal assassin when coupled up with a couple of supports. So going to be interesting. I think they're going to go with the Garrosh Genji ban, to be honest. I'm just going to put that one straight out there.
But you were pretty much 100% on your predictions last week, so I don't expect any different.
Yeah, but it's not difficult to predict our open div, because Garrosh is literally the only main capable tank at the moment outside of Johanna. And people want Garrosh because of his displacement. You get a groundbreaker, that person's slowed for a couple of seconds, guaranteed they're going to get thrown back into the mix onto a Malfurion route or into a Maiev Warden's cage on top of a Stukov lurking arm. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
It's true. And we were lucky enough in the playoffs last Thursday to see a Garrosh play. I was amazed he got let through, and it was fantastic. He was played exceptionally and very crushingly won. And it was good. So we can only hope to see that sort of play again at some point. No, someone's got to let it through.
Someone's got to be the first, right? You have to let him through eventually, because if not, when? And as we say that, you wish we're going to get into the draft. And we're going to find out whether or not our boy Gary is going to get banned into obscurity and relegated back to the pile of not being played.
So the other question is, will we wait 45 seconds for this first ban again?
Let's go the whole minute, ladies and gents. Who else has got time to kill?
I had former teammates that insisted that we needed to wait the entire minute, every pick, just for some reason. I don't know. They just liked being really annoying.
It's a psychological game, you wish. It's a psych game, mate. You psych your team out. You make them dread and think of all the planning and preparation you're putting into that 1 minute prior to the pick. And it can mess with some people.
You got to try and beat them somehow. We never manage to beat them psychologically or in the game. So who knows whether that works or not.
Oh, there we go. We do not have a Gary ban. We got the one-trick Q-build Zeratul being banned out by Team Milkshake. And they don't want to have to deal with that. So that is an interesting ban. I appreciate it not being Genji or Garrosh. I feel like Ratsa might have done that purely just to throw my predictions. But there's Gary. See you, buddy. You take your pauldrons, pack them away, mate. You're not going to need them today.
So, do we go the Milkshake is going to go the Genji again? Yeah, that just makes sense, really.
There's our Neon Genesis Evan Genji on. Oh. Hey, hang on a second. Are we watching a replay of the first game? Is that a thing?
It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
Oh, no, Zeratul was Sonya last game. Malf Blaze, okay. So we're going to see whether or not We Left School for this can turn the Blaze Malfurion combo into something a little bit more than the 3-level deficit that we saw last game.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't argue with the picks. The Malfurion, obviously, like we discussed last game, we can't talk about him every game. The Blaze, competent solo laner. His wave clear's not entirely terrible with his oil spill. So
he's no good against the Dahaka after level 13, I'll tell you that much.
That is true.
It's all subjective, obviously, ladies and gents. There's plenty of different skills that go into it, Wish. And, for me, I'm not the greatest Blaze player in the world. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe. Wait a second. Jaina and Johanna. Jaina, Johanna, Genji. Not Genji, Genji.
Genji's the team, just to be really confusing. I mean, exceptional wave clear with the Jaina and the Johanna, to be honest. I mean, and Jaina, incredibly high pick rate at the moment. She's incredibly popular. She was all over the mid-season brawl. Two very competent picks.
Yeah, and the reasoning for that is the moving away from that double support meta and obviously the armor and the reductions in overall tank HP and health regen and just a boatload of nerfs basically to everybody has allowed Jaina and even Kalthus to a lesser degree start to become a little bit more prominent just due to their ability to stay safe. They get the inherent ice block or shield. They get, tons of burst damage. And you've got a lot of versatility in that Ring of Frost, which, synergizes well with the Northern Exposure at 16. Sorry, not Northern Exposure. That's the armor reduction. The root at level 16, Numbing Blast. Or you go your Elemental and just keep people slowed and pop that onto a ranged assassin that you may not be able to otherwise reach, and they can't get healed up. I'm thoroughly enjoying the rise back of the mage. I mean, I love maining Li Ming, and I was getting a little bit irritated with the bruiser / melee assassin meta coming in. Gul'dan ban. So what do you make of that, you wish? Milkshake don't want to give We Left School for This a lot of wave clear by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good denial by picking up the Jaina themselves and banning the Gul'dan. Like you said, you could go the Kalthas. That's not entirely a terrible pick if we want to stick with the mages. But probably in Spider Queen, maybe the weaker of the three. But it paints them into a little bit of a corner, so it's intelligent drafting from Milkshake's point of view.
I couldn't agree more. I think it is quite intelligent drafting. They knew that they were going to go for the Jaina and banned out the Zeratul as a very good counter to a squishy backliner. And then the Gul'dan to strip away that wave clear. So how does We Left School answer? They answer with a Bayev. So they want to get some Warden's cages off. Are we going to see a Stukov? No, we're going to see a Stitches. Stitches want to play.
Well, they've already got their Malfurion, so it's a shame because, like you were saying earlier, the Warden's cage into that lurking arm is pretty devastating. But the Stitches, that's interesting. I mean, they're going to be pulling people back all over the place between Stitches and Mayev. If they can combo that with the Malfurion's roots, then they just need someone to be able to clean up with a bit of the damage, though, don't they?
They do. They do indeed. And they're still lacking a lot of wave clear. I like in the Warden's Cage lurking arm combo, and even on top of a root again to the old washing machine that Chen and Sonya could dish out with the old Wandering's Egg and Cataclysm. Is it Cataclysm? The leaping heroic leap from Sonya at 20.
Oh, the name of that talent. Oh, I pick it too.
No, it's got me. It's got me stumped. I'll have to Google that one. That's right, Ariat Crater. Thank you, man in the back. Very helpful. But yeah, the old little washing machine, you get stuck in there with a Chen bottling you around because he can't get out, and you have no control over your hero. That's how you feel when you're in the middle of a Warden's Cage lurking arm, except it's about 4 times the size.
And Milkshake's gone to Karazim again. So they're obviously leaning heavily on him this week. It's interesting choosing to not go Stukov.
Well,
but they're not.
They can see and you can see it as well. Again, when they get to that talent, heavily going into the dash, you get the unstoppable.
Here we go
They don't, you can save someone with a hook, you can save someone with the old tether, you can save them from the roots, all sorts of things. And with a Chromie as the last pick there for us. So a little bit of burst, a little bit of Warden's Cage, Dragon's Breath, Sandblast. Really, really going to depend on Giza here stacking that up, and Jester not being caught out of position and really toasted over the fire.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit worried of their wave clear. I mean, if they maybe go into, say, the Slam build on Stitches, that might help. But Chromie's not the greatest at wave clear. Obviously,
not the greatest.
Dragon's Breath.
Very, very little wave clear at all there, you wish. You're wasting an almost 10-second cooldown on killing 4 minions. It's gonna be a difficult game. But look, if we left school for this, get themselves a couple of good early picks and get themselves a little bit of a lead, keep their gems, don't die, they're gonna win the video game.
Yeah, I think, and that's the difference. I think they've got the kill potential with that comp. It's a real kill potential comp. So if they can get those picks and keep that pressure on, that's where they'll
absolutely
do really well.
Hey, look, boys and girls, we are going to get into game number 2 with We Left School for This, going up against Milkshake. And on the red side, we have got We Left School for This with Tanner on Stitches. Helium healing on Malfurion. All G on the Blaze. Jester on Maiev. And the good old geezer on Chromie.
And on the blue side, we've got Milkshake again. We've got Karazim, again played by Mr. Cat. Cruven, this time on the Leoric. Fitzgerald on the Johanna again. Blue Aura on the Jaina. And the Rats are yet again playing his Genji.
Right, these things will happen. Everyone's got some interesting names in the ANZ region. And we got a little bit of a fracas occurring here at the midsection. Instant wave clear coming out of Milkshake. You see that. We've got the hook onto the Genji, but this will strike away. Ratsa do not have time for that, ladies and gents. We left school for this. Still struggling to clean up that initial camp on the mid side. Milkshake is putting on a lot of pressure there in the top lane now.
Yeah, that kill potential.
Back, Genji gets rooted. He's got the protection. He dashes away with like no health. Wow. That was incredible. Ratsa counting the 7 of 9 lives that he's got left.
Yeah, that's twice he's just got away from that. And that's if we left school for this, can just get that last little bit of damage in. That's definitely where this comp is going to shine.
The hook onto the Jaina, but unfortunately Geezer a little bit off on the Chromie follow-up damage, allowing Blue Aura to walk away on Jaina. That was an excellent hook over the wall, but not enough body blocking there. That's the type of thing that we left school are going to have to really execute on if they're going to win this game, and they're going to win it quickly.
And a little bit slower with the rotations. They're going to struggle with that, not having the wave clear. It's going to be a little bit harder for them. Ooh.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a pause. Good old OC internet striking once again. Well, straight out of the gate, what are we looking at? So we're looking at Iron Fist coming out of Karazim. So pretty standard. Consume Vitality. So Leo going for a little bit more sustain against those enemy heroes. The standard Hold Your Ground coming out for Johanna. Got Fingers of Frost for Jaina. And Switches the Wind for Genji. What's coming out on We Left School for this? You wish?
Looks like Stitches is going, Tanner's going to go the Slam build, so that's what he's going into level 1. Malfurion just in the Nature Swiftness. The Blaze is going the Neural Stimpack, so he can gain his mana and the cooldown recharge. The Maiev, the Nature's Memento, so the bouncing primary attacks, and then the Time Walker's Pursuit on the Chromie.
Giving him a little bit of vision. What do you got? 9 stacks on the Chromie a minute in. So no mounting sand there. That's there's no cheating. That's 9 direct hits with Sandblast. I love seeing a mounting quest on level 1, and they're at 30 stacks at like 2 minutes. Anyway, we're getting back into it. You wish.
That's why those players are the ones playing, and we're the ones talking about it.
That's exactly right, and that's me, mounting sand every time. So we left school for this, picking up their Bruiser camp straight away. So as soon as it spawns, we get Geezer and Jester over there on the Maiev picking that up straight away. Milkshake looking to get a little bit tricky on the Malfurion. Helium, he's playing it a little bit so far.
Yeah, and that'll just help. That picking up that camp nice and early will help. We left school for this. Get that right? Okay, got that right.
Oh, we'll get it eventually.
So that'll just help them. We'll just keep that pressure on a little bit, help with their clear. I mean, it won't last very long, but...
Now, Johanna gets caught in that time trap there and eats both Geezer's spells, which was quite nice to see. Pops the Iron Skin and just walks away. Ratsar dives in, gets a little bit... Oh, we get the hook onto Mr. Cat. Karazim's going to dive away. No dramas for him, popping that Q. All in all, we're seeing a little bit of interesting positioning coming out for these teams, but no deaths as yet. So 3 minutes in, normally we'd see something happening, especially in the open div. Normally someone would be overstepping the line or out of position, just enough. But looks like we're going to have a quality game on our hands here with Milkshake versus We Left School.
Yeah, both are very experienced teams. We left school. We've seen them for a while now as Wolfpack or formerly we met at Bunnings last year, so they've played together as a team, and there's that first kill they were talking about.
That's the first kill that we see going on to the Blaze. Just a little bit overzealous there in the bot lane against Kruven on that Leoric, and Ratzer again on the Genji making his presence known, putting out high amounts of damage. Tanner whiffing a bit of a hook there onto Kruven. They didn't lose out on any gems there, so fortunate enough that that Helium was able to rotate down there and help pick those gems up, or at least get them onto the Stitches. Chromie just peppering away on that back line. Going to look for the interrupts here, so we don't want to see the turn in coming. They're only 6 gems away from their first turn in here. And this could really start swinging the momentum of this first game.
Yeah, both teams are almost about to hit 7 though, so we left school for this. They haven't lost out at any experience. They're actually doing really well, which is nice to see. Apart from that one missed hook from Tanner before, he's been hitting his hooks, which is good. That provides that pressure on the enemy team. That means they know he can hit them, so they've always got to make sure that they don't overstep, because he's obviously going to punish them for that. It's good to see.
I'd just like to point something out here real quick, you wish, and that is that Jane has already collected 20 health points at 3.5 minutes. Here comes the hook and the big engage, though. Jester on the Maiev taking a lot of damage there. Ratzer getting away with an absolute breath of health, same as Mr. Cat. Maiev ends up falling down to the combined might of the Blue Milkshake team. And that was a fast and furious little melt there, but Tanner, is he going to get the turn? He gets the turn. Look at that. That was a bit cheeky. So sacrificing the Maiev early on in the fight, making Milkshake think that they'd gotten away with just a kill, and we're going to go turn in our 6 gems. Nope. Tanner, being the sneaky, sly Stitches, gets the turn.
Yeah, it was very well played by a Wheeler School for this. They didn't back out completely because they'd lost that team member earlier on in the fight. It was good, which is good, and that's probably why Milkshake probably thought they were just backing up after being a man down, but it was good. They managed to get their turn in.
Oh, there's the
Tanner
Stitches
continuing
hook into the root, and into the Maiev hook as well. Oh, Ratzer once again getting away with about 3 HP. And Fitz now on the Johanna gets cleaned up by Malfurion. Very good. Combined effort there of Wheeler School for this. And the hook onto the Genji, trying to recall in the shadows. Not shadowy enough. Tanner is precise with those hooks tonight.
He is doing an exceptional job.
That was incredible that their play by Tanner. Well played. And we left school for this, putting on a bit of a clinic at the moment with how to play Stitches, ladies and gents. Maiev also getting into the action there. Those umbral binds. There's a whipped hook there. That would have been a dead Kruven, I would imagine, unless he had Wraith walk up. But some serious and frenzied little bit of team fighting there, and well played.
Yeah, and it's a good way of getting that value out of that first turn in. Your first turn ins typically don't get a lot of value, but getting the wall pretty much at the top and then half that fort in the mid because they were able to get those couple of kills. And that's what you need to do to keep this pressure. I was almost going to comment that Ratzer had gotten out yet again on about 4 health. But he said Tanner
he's slippery on that Genji, that is for sure. Look at this. It looks like he's baiting there, trying to turn in that 1 gem. We get Kruven now getting caught. Genji once again getting pinned down. Is he going to get away? The hook brings him back in. Swift strikes out. He's fine. Jester drops a more. Here comes the Warden's cage. Kruven on Leoric gets put out. Karazim dropping the 7-sided strike. It gets nobody. And looks like we got a 1-for-0 trade. We're getting some Wraith form value here out of Leoric though. Now that was interesting there. I don't know why Genji would have been trying to bait the 1 gem turn in, but the bait turned against him. Well, turned against his team anyway.
And it looks like, well, we left school for this. They've got a 2nd turn in a row. That I actually didn't think that was going to happen.
Oh, you know what happened though? Chromie gets herself caught out of position after that turn. Helium on the mouth goes down as well. This is not what you want after you've just busted your guts to get yourselves 2 turn-ins in a row. That is quite unfortunate there for We Left School. Milkshake actually now turning the fight. They're going to clean this up with no worries. Blaze just going to jet propulsion himself out there to safety. Maiev looking for a little bit of a pick there, potentially onto Blue Aura. But no, they sniffed better of it. That was unfortunate there, you wish.
That was incredibly unfortunate. After getting a lot of value from that first turn in, those 2 quick deaths means they get absolutely no value. So you've basically just wasted the 55 gems on that second turn, which is really unfortunate. They were playing really well. Sneaky getting that second turn in.
Absolutely. And that's the value, right, of Spider Queen map. If you get 2 turn-ins in a row, first 10 minutes of the game, normally you're looking at least 2 forts, and then you can start opening up that top side of the map to allow for the boss to push through, opening up that win condition for you. But unfortunately for We Left School for this, but fortunately for Milkshake, they got those 2 picks. Now they've got their return turn-in, and here we go, the heavy push on the top lane. Jaina dropping the Blizzard, and this is going to be a fair bit of pain coming out for We Left School, I would imagine, here, you wish.
Yeah, and they need to be careful. They're not too far behind, but about part way through this phase, they're probably... Milkshake's going to get 13.
Oh,
maybe
here comes the Entomb there from the Leoric. He catches himself a Maiev who bolts away. 7-sided strike all up in Tanner's grill. That's going to be a dead Stitches. No more playing for you, my fat friend. Chromie just trying to pepper that front line with her sandblast hitting like wet paper at the moment, unfortunately for them. And this Spider is going to take out their... Oh, Open walks away like a lucky little skeleton. Ate all of Chromie's damage, which was a little bit more significant than a wet paper bag. This fort's going down, however, and potentially going to try and look at pushing through that a little bit further. No, Milkshake are going to disengage and going to clear up their midway. So, good trade there from Milkshake against We Left School for this. And this is now a 1-level lead coming out for Milkshake.
It is over.
Yeah, they're just starting to eke it out. They've got another turn in as well. So, and We Left School for this haven't, not even close to getting a turn in of their own. So they can easily get this and then continue to push. Like I said, that fort's gone down completely now on top. If they're not careful, it's going to slowly slip further and further out of control.
We got Blaze and Snitches sniffing out, and now Maiev coming down to contest this bottom lane siege camp. Maiev misses the Umbral Bind there onto the Genji. The camp's going the way of We Left School for this. We see the ice. Ring of Frost coming out. Gets of the bunker. Down it goes. Genji, super low. What are you doing, Ratsa? He gets popped. Mr. Cat going down as well. That is almost a full blue team wipe. Is Jaina dead? Jaina is dead. 5-for-1 trade there. We Left School for this. That's what they got. And bye-bye to 65 gems.
Ouch. All of their that's as I was saying it was going to slip out. I have to take it all back there. That was some clutch. That invade, that rotation was really nice. Rotated onto the couple that were down from Milkshake on that camp. And they turned that around. That was a beautiful team fight. That kill potential that they have. They went with the ring. Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, we see the Jaina trying to really turn that around with that Ring of Frost. Chromie just sitting on that back line, getting a lot of value there. So, where are we at with the stacks? 48 stacks coming out for Chromie, but the Dragon's Eye at level 7, dealing that extra 25% more damage to people in the center, just doing work. So, very, very well played there by We Left School for this, and now they're in a prime position to start gaining themselves some advantage. Going to clear out this mid-fort, hopefully. No, they're not going to be able to get that. So Leoric able to destroy that minion wave quite effectively. And no more value to be had. But level 16 picked up for We Left School for this. Now a level in front of Milkshake. So this is what I'm really enjoying about this game, you wish, is the back and forth nature. 2 very similarly skilled teams, both having a good game together. And really giving us a good show. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think in the chat?
And I'd like to just say something a little bit different. Tanner's gone shish kebab, which I don't think I have seen. Oh,
whoa, Jaina completely blown up and absolutely wrecked Team Milkshake once again. You wish. They are just putting themselves out of position here. That was an incredible rotation there by We Left School for this. And leaving poor little Genji down there in the mid lane by himself to who knows what. They're going to move on to the boss.
Yep, and they've got the boss with the turn-in as well now. So that's putting themselves in a very good position to get some real value out of this wave. Like I was saying, I didn't get a chance to see it, but Tanner going with the shish kebab at 16, so his hook can pull 2 targets, which is unusual. Normally I would see the slam build or maybe the fishing hook for the extra range.
Normally fishing hook that we see coming out of that. Genji gets rooted and hooked. He just manages to Swift Strike away before that boss's slam stunned him. This is going to be at minimum a keep. And you're absolutely right about the shish kebab talent. We'll talk about that in a moment. This outer keep wall fortification is going to go down very, very quickly. Jaina doing what she can to try and put some damage on. There comes the hook from the edges. Tanner, you're an absolute boss. Genji gets blown up there, out of position. Ring of Frost getting 4 people. The bunker comes down. Blaze trying to defend his team. Absolute chaos happening there at that keep wall. My goodness gracious me. The hook comes back onto the Johanna. Unstoppable Iron Skin gets away. Jaina putting more damage onto OG. Nearly cops it in the face with that Blizzard. Keep goes down. This isn't going to be end worthy, I don't think, unless they get themselves another pick here. You wish. This is frantic.
It is, yeah, and We Left School just going to back out for this. Probably just wait for the 20. Or are they going to push the middle keep as well? Genji's only just come back now, so they're really making use of their advantage that they got.
Yeah, absolutely. As they're pushing into this second keep here, Chromie's slowing surface of dirty, slowing quicksand is keeping them at bay and really providing a lot of good zoning potential there. Fitz doing what he can to try and disrupt. Bless Shield comes out. Oh, Proven with that entomb. And the bunker allows Tanner just to walk away. That is absolute insanity what is happening here. We Left School for this is truly putting on a lot of pain here to Milkshake. We saw how good Milkshake played against UA Raynor here, and this is almost a different level of game now after such a close start. We're getting a lot more damage coming in. Tanner wants to put on some more hurt and get some slows going on as he puts out his big old putrid vial. There goes the Genji and Karazim. The Warden's Cage comes out. Leoric, he's in a world of pain up there by himself. Umbral Bind comes back in. They're looking for core.
Yeah, I would say they're probably going to go for it. That 2-man stun from OG on the Blaze was absolutely perfect. They could clean up. Chromie could just clean up. And now they've got Proven. They could very easily push. They've got the 20 advantage. We Left School, have really just pulled ahead. They've played exceptionally well in this late game.
Yeah, they're going to back away. They're not going to go for the core right now. I think they're going to try and pick up some camps, apply some additional pressure using those catapults. Absolutely flicked the switch and came alight in those last 2 team fights, getting 2 5-man wipes in a row. Oh, sorry, Genji survived the second one. That just lovely gameplay coming out there, and all coming off the back of Tanner hooks and super slows. So really solid potential, really solid gameplay coming in.
Yeah, and if this is the sort of gameplay that we can expect for this season of Open Division, I think it's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of teams that are all vying for those couple of 2 spots to get a chance at the Premier Division. We're going to see some really good competition.
And that is what ANZ Open Div is all about. Up and coming potential and the opportunity for our Open Div players to make it into Prem. That's what we want to see at the end of the day. To me, it doesn't matter who wins as long as everyone tries their best and we see someone promoted. So I want to see that happening at the end of this phase, if you wish. And we've got the 5-man coming through the bot lane here. Going to be pushing.
They're hungry for that last keep.
They want that keep. So top lane pressure's mounting. Mid has that heavy bruiser camp coming through, and a couple of catapults as well. So this bottom keep looks like it's going to go down unless we see Milkshake take a fight. But they are 3 levels down now, and they haven't got their 20s. It's not going to happen. This keeps going down.
Yeah, there's not much they can do. We Left School for this, just really zoning out.
Oh, Genji caught once again. Warden's Cage comes out. Bunker comes down, drops. Ratsa gets away with a Swift Strike. Unfortunately, Karazim and Jaina do not. Now that is going to be a dead Johanna, a dead Leoric, and a dead core. My goodness. I think We Left School for this just maybe took a little bit of inspiration and maybe heard us saying how close it was, you wish, because they hit all cylinders like they hit the tech, Joe.
They
There's an old meme for you. Wow. Well played there.
You can't argue with that.
You can't. No. It was solidly close right up until that 14 or the 13 talent tier stage. And then we left school for this. Just open that can. Destroyed Milkshake. Sorry, Ratzer and co. You guys just got schooled on how to stitches. That fishing hook, not fishing hook, rather the shish kebab at 16,
Shish
adding a
kebab.
lot of value there. So I'm impressed. Very impressed.
It was very similar to game one. We saw that one camp invade, except it was the denial of the invade in game one, and then that one was the camp invade again. And then from then, the game just switched around, and Milkshake never really got their footing again. They tried to engage a couple of times, and just the hooks and the roots, and then the blaze stun was they just had them on complete lockdown. And with then Chromie on the back line, like we were saying in the draft, that kill potential was just there, and they could just get those 1 or 2 picks real quick, and it was all over.
Indeed. So looks like we are going to be ready to kick into the next game. We're just getting the lobby all set up here, ladies and gents, so we don't have to go to a break. Very good. I'm looking forward to seeing what the ex-Wolfpack team of We Left School for this can bring into future games, because that was exciting to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed that round, and I hope you guys at home did as well. So let me just have a quick look here and see who we're going to be having in this game, you wish. It won't be a moment, ladies and gents. So we have got the funkiest of moons, Funky Moon, coming up against We Left School for this. So we're going to see whether or not they can back this up for 2 in a row. What do you reckon, you wish?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, I'm excited. It's my favorite map to watch. So it'll be good. I think we left school for this down pat. We got that name down pat for last game, so we can just roll straight into this next one, and we should be
roll
okay.
into it. You reckon? All right.
Funky Moon's pretty easy to say. I don't think we can get caught up on that, but I'll prove myself wrong in about 4 minutes.
Clearly, you haven't seen a choke-all game. No, I'm just kidding. That's always going to be a thing, ladies and gents. And what was your favorite map that you said you like to watch? Tell the ladies and gents at home what map we're going to here, you wish.
Towers of Doom.
The Towers of Doom. All right. So also one of my favorite maps, and coincidentally one with a super high win rate for me. So I like the map as well. I feel like I lose on it more than I win on it, but apparently I win more. So that's good. Lots of strategy here. Typically we see the games going to 20. So I'm looking for Abathurs, possibly in the Zebo. Definitely don't want to see Cho'Gall.
No one wants to see Cho'Gall.
No one wants to see Cho'Gall anymore. Are we done with Cho'Gall?
No.
Can we put him back up on the shelf and just go, yep, you did your work. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you later.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good call.
All right. So, Funky Moon going up against We Left School for this. We are almost ready to kick this one underway. Now, is Garrosh going to be banned straight away? Is that going to be a thing? Because we need to let Garrosh through, ladies and gents. Please, just let him be played.
We do, but I was excited to see Stitches last game. That's not a tank we see a lot of. So, they're obviously, We Left School for this is up for playing something a little bit different. So, maybe I'm just trying to think